everybody.
Hey, everybody.
My name is Kendra.
I'm Victoria. Y'all call me Princess if y'all need to.
Hey, Princess.
Or the Water Warrior. How about that? Since we're talking about oceans.
I'm the sea saver.
Is that better? Yes, that is true. Yes, that is very true. That's been corrected. Victoria's probably better known if she was queen.
But we are from the Horry County Solid Waste Authority. Both of us are coordinators of recycling programs for the county. So one of our jobs is to come around and speak to folks like you guys to encourage you and to teach you about how to help our environment stay healthy. Because we only have one Earth. So if we mess this one up, do we have another one to go to? No. So we have to take care of this one. And you guys like living on Earth. Okay, we'll take two. Hey, everybody! It's okay. I'm not doing that. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so we have to take care of this Earth because if we mess this Earth up, we don't have another place to go to. You guys like living on Earth?
Yes.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Earth,
We don't have enough place.
Earth is pretty cool. So you notice we have some things up here. And we would also like to introduce you to Freddie the Fish. So this is Freddie the Fish. And he is a happy guy. He's got this nice clean water. And he can swim around. And he is just happy. If he had a face or a mouth that we could see smiling, he'd be grinning ear to ear. Or grinning gill to gill. Happy guy. Okay? So we're going to tell you a story about Freddie the Fish. You guys like stories, right?
Did you make this one up?
Yes.
And we also made him. He's actually made out of a bottle. Do you see?
Yep, he's a plastic bottle. Yep. So, and he's happy. Remember, right now he is super happy. So we're going to tell you guys a story of Freddie the Fish. Now, where do fish live?
In water.
In water, that's right. All right, so in this particular story, Freddie's going to be living in the river. Have you guys ever played in the river before?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's pretty fun, right? Or the intercoastal waterway? Yeah. There's a lot of water in Horry County, isn't there?
Yes.
So not only do we have rivers and streams, but we have this big old body of water next to the beach. What is that body of water called?
Ocean.
Very good. The ocean.
Ocean.
You guys like playing in the ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to play in the ocean.
Yeah, it's fun, right? It's fun.
Not that fun.
So, Freddie the Fish. He's going to go on an adventure. So, this is Freddie the Fish. He is a happy fish that lives in crystal clear water. He enjoys the shade of the tall trees along the riverbank and gets lots of insects to munch on each day. So how do you think Freddie feels right now?
Very happy.
Very happy.
I mean, look at him, this guy. He's just happy. He's just, y'all know Little Nemo, let's keep swimming, let's keep swimming. He's just, that's what he's doing. He's going.
Yeah, he is. So one day, Freddie wondered what was beyond his little part of the river. He decided to go on a little journey and explore. He heads on downstream. He's ready to see the world. I wonder what he's going to find.
What is he going to find?
No. So along the river, Freddie first comes across the spot where bulldozers are taking out trees and clearing land. Soil and dirt roll into the river because there are no tree roots to hold the soil in place. Poor Freddie gets soil in his gills. Without the trees, Freddie also notices he is feeling much warmer. Uh-oh.
So now we need a volunteer.
Yeah.
Who wants to volunteer?
You want to do it?
Come on up here.
Oh, can we do somebody else? Hold on, What about somebody else? You can do it.
Come on. This guy. Come on. Come up here.
Look, so now we have all that soil and dirt from that bulldozer,
Yep.
and we're gonna dump it right into the river where Freddie is.
Yep. So take that
So
container
you can
from
take
her.
this container and
And-
pour it in there.
Yep.
Can you pour it in there for me? Pour it right in here.
Yep.
Pour the whole thing.
You can do it.
Just pour it.
The whole thing.
There we go. Perfect. Let's give it a little shake. Good job.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yay! Good job.
Good job, buddy. All right.
Freddie's not so happy,
You can go back.
but good job. All right. So you guys can see this. How do you think Freddie's feeling right now?
Not that very hot.
Yeah, he is hot. Because trees give us, because you know he lost the trees too. And besides oxygen, what do trees give us? They do, and they hold down the dirt in place, right?
They also give us air.
Yeah, and shade. So without shade and a muck full of soil, I mean, Freddie's pretty hot right now.
Yeah, especially in the summertime.
Yeah, and he's hot not in a good way.
Yeah. Global warming. This is one of my favorites.
As Freddie continues down the river, he spots some black and white animals moving closer and closer to the river. While these animals are getting a drink, they drop a present into the water for Freddie. Freddie is not impressed with the smell or that the sediment is being stirred up. It's also not a very happy present. So these black and white animals, they could have been zebras or
Dalmatians.
a cat
Or a cow.
or a cow.
That's probably better. Since we have a lot of zebras here. I mean.
We do have a lot of cows. We'll go with cow. It was a cow.
So what do you think those presents are?
Who? It did.
This
Cow has pooped.
This is poo-poo. But this poo-poo smells really good because it's chocolate.
We would put real poo-poo in a jar.
I could actually eat this. All right, so who wants to come up and put the poo-poo?
Good, Princeton. Better take turns. So that's literally giant chocolate chips.
Yes. Shake that one out of there. Get it in there.
There we go.
Good job. So now, Freddie is just going, woo! That smells terrible. Ugh.
I wouldn't want to swim around that, would y'all?
No. Rude. That is rude. As Freddie rounds the corner, he has to dodge a golf ball. Thank you. That nearly lands in the river. The golf club tries to keep their courses looking nice, so they use a lot of fertilizer. Unfortunately, when it rained last night, it caused it to run off into the river. So real quick, what color is fertilizer here? Green. What does fertilizer do to the grass? Yes, ma'am. Helps it grow. Right. Okay, so if it runs off into the river, what do you think is going to happen to the plants in the river?
It will probably die.
Yes, ma'am. It won't kill them,
Probably
but it'll put a lot more nutrients into the river, which is not a good thing in this case. And it will make them grow, but it will grow too much and will hurt the water system. But not only that, who's our next volunteer?
Danielle, she's actually my little sister.
Okay, this one's gonna be tricky. You think you can get all of that in there? Okay, I have faith in you. You can do it.
Go.
Good job.
Good job. Good job. It's okay, got it. Oh, let me hold your hand. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Is that real?
Good job.
No, that is water with green food coloring.
Yeah, we're not gonna hurt anybody here today. Okay, good deal. Good job. Ooh, look at our water. Let's give it a good stir. Because what happens, what do rivers in the ocean, what do they have? They do. And what moves the water? Good job! A current. That's right. Good job. So we have a lot of that. You see Freddie? Yeah? Okay.
It's getting harder to see, but you can still see him, right?
Yeah.
You can still see him.
Freddie noticed that this area had a lot of tall plants growing and actually was starting to feel smothered. How do you think those plants got so tall? Good.
Yes, the fertilizer. Good job.
However, Freddie is a trooper and charged on. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. He was determined to see all the river has to offer. So he's a determined little fish. After a while of swimming, Freddie began to notice a salty taste to the water. And he started to feel the sting of salt in his gills. Have you guys ever had a cut on your hand or your foot and you got salt water in it? Burns.
Get a cut and go in the ocean.
Burns.
It will help heal it, but it stings.
Yep. All the salt that was used on the roads in the winter, because we have so much snow here. Snow and zebras. All the salt that was used on the roads in the winter had worked its way into the river. Ouch! It's hurting Freddie. I think we have a volunteer.
We sure do. Good, buddy. Go ahead and dump that salt right in there.
Good job. Ow! Freddie's like, ow, 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 ow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Poor little Freddie. Sorry. That salt is burning his gills. How do you think Freddie's feeling right now? He's feeling bad, right?
He's hurting. It's probably
Hurting.
Yeah, I'd be upset.
I would be too, man. Okay. So Freddie continues. I mean, this is a brave little fish. So he continues on and passes a picnic site at a local park. As he was passing, the wind blew.
I bet if that was outside in the window.
And it blew litter into the river from the park. Oh no.
Hey.
I think we have a volunteer.
Oh. Do you want to?
You can do it.
Yeah, either one.
Yeah.
We're on an
You have to
You
put
might-
your fingers
yeah.
in there and get some out. There you go.
So encouraging.
There you go. Perfect.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. I mean, look at this mess. All that litter. Woo. I mean, poor Freddie. I mean, look at Freddie. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Poor little Freddie. Oh, it's so sad. Oh, excuse me, Freddie. Freddie is starting to feel a bit distressed, but he keeps moving on. It begins to rain, and Freddie notices this rain is different. It turns out this rain is acid bubbly rain caused by the air pollution.
So now we need somebody to pour this in. Did you want to do it? Did you want to do it?
You can watch.
Okay. And your name is Fred? Fred?
We have a real life
We have a
Fred.
real life Fred.
Yep.
Go ahead and pour that bubbly acid rain in there, Fred. There you
That's
go,
good. That's good. That's good. Good
It's
job.
gonna be really bubbly.
I mean, it's really bubbly acid rain. Oh, goodness. Y'all see the bubbles at the top? Yeah. My goodness.
And now I can't even see.
Yeah, it's really hard to see Freddie, isn't it? You think he's in there? Yeah, he's in there.
Those bubbles smell really great though.
He's in there. Okay. Okay. Along the river edge, Freddie comes across an old abandoned factory. There are a lot of toxic pollutants and rusty materials seeping into the river. This creates a sludge in the river. Freddie tries to swim through it. Tell him what you told us earlier today.
That the sludge smells really good too. It's coffee.
That and about when the hurricane came through. When Florence came through and the Sandy.
Oh, okay. So if y'all remember when Hurricane Florence came through, we live in Conway, so we're up there near, there was a Granger plant, what we called it, there was a steam plant. And they used to they had a little ash pond where they would cool the ashes. Well, when Hurricane Florence came through, this really was a real thing, that that ash pond went into the river, and it caused a lot of pollution. And there was actually an aerial footage or a picture of the river seeping into the ocean, and it was just black. It wasn't even water. I mean, I wish I had a picture to show y'all. Probably need to print that off, but it was really a real thing. So this sludge represents something just like that from the Granger plant, like an ash pond. But yeah.
I want to tell you something. Did you know my dad works in Conway?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Conway is a great city.
Thank
See?
you. Good job.
Poor Freddie.
Poor Freddie. This is coffee, by the way. And it smells so good.
He said this is coffee, by the way.
Oh my.
Can you see Freddie's eyes?
Goodness. Can y'all see Freddie? Can you see him?
Yeah.
Very little, right? Oh, goodness.
I
Okay.
kind of see the orange.
But he's coughing.
Yeah, the intercoastal does look like this.
After struggling, Freddie finally gets through the toxic pollutants in the river. Along the side of the river, Freddie notices a man dumping oil from his car into the river. The oil gets in his gills and he starts to have difficulty breathing.
So have y'all ever seen oil and water mixed?
It doesn't mix.
So this is kind of what it does. It's kind of like a lava lamp, if y'all have ever heard of it. It's kind of more back in our day. Okay, but it does not mix. So if the oil gets on the animals, it's really hard to get off because the water does not wash it off. Okay, so now who wants to come up and put our oil in here? Chocolate syrup. That smells really good too.
We hadn't had much.
All right, that's good.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Good job. So after Freddie has traveled down the river and he runs into this oil, Freddie takes his last breath.
Sad. But who did that to him? All of us did it, right?
Yeah, we all did it.
All of us did it, right?
So people that don't take care of the earth and our water hurt Freddie.
Mm-hmm.
But
But we can also save Freddie, right?
we can save Freddie. You guys have any ideas on how we could save Freddie? Yes, sir.
By picking up the trash and helping other things.
Yeah, picking up trash and putting it in its right place, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You can also, we have the recycle your oil. Oil should never go into the ground, right?
Never.
Right? Or do y'all recycle at all?
Yes.
Like, do you recycle your plastic bottles? And that kind of stuff?
Good.
That's good. Yeah, because plastic is really bad.
And plastic never biodegrades. It never disappears. It never goes away. It's here on the earth forever. So how many of you have a bunch of these under your kitchen sink? Yeah. So when you get a plastic bag at a store, you can take it back to the store to be recycled. How many of you bring your own bag to the store?
Me
That's
at
awesome.
the place that you have to hold
Uh-huh.
So you guys see how light a plastic bag is? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happens to it. And what do you think this looks like in the ocean?
a jellyfish.
It does, a jellyfish. And what eats jellyfish for dinner? Sea turtle. So what's going to happen to the sea turtle after it eats a plastic bag?
It's gonna die.
Yeah. So we need to make sure that we bring our own bags and not use these, or we need to make sure we're taking them back to the store so they can be recycled. Okay?
If you throw them in a landfill, this is what the landfill looks like. This is where all the garbage goes. But the problem with the landfill, does it have a lid on it? No, it's just out in the air, so there's no lid. So what happens is that if it goes to the landfill, and let's say you threw it away in a black bag, like we typically have, we have these big giant tractors. It's called a compactor. Do y'all see the wheels on that tractor? You see the wheels?
I think I heard
All the
that.
spikes?
I think I heard that from Blaze.
Okay, that can kind of show you the spikes a little bit better. So those spikes are gonna run over your bag, but it's gonna also rip open that black bag that you put all of your kitchen garbage in. Okay, so then that plastic bag that you threw away in that garbage is now gonna be exposed, and it's gonna get caught by the wind, and it's gonna create litter. And eventually it's gonna end up in our rivers, and where does all of our rivers go? To the ocean.
That's right.
Right, so therefore that'll end up in the ocean, even if you just simply think you're doing the right thing by throwing it away. Okay, so it's really important to take those back to the store.
Or refuse them.
Yes, or refuse them, absolutely. So what do y'all, even since we're on the plastic, what about the 6-pack rings?
They get stuck in their heads.
Yes, do y'all see that? This happens all the time to these poor animals, okay?
And it's not just to turtles, it's to dolphins. It's to
Yeah.
all
Check out
kinds
this
of
turtle.
things.
Y'all see that turtle?
Yeah.
Now, this turtle was saved, but you can see how his body grew. His body grew from around that 6-pack ring. So that's why it's so important to cut them. That way, if it does happen to get to the ocean, which we hope not, but we always want to make sure that these are cut, okay? Very important. This came off like an orange juice pack. So whether it be Coca-Cola, apple juice, orange juice, yeah, definitely cut
Even the
those.
smallest little teeny weeny holes that are on there. So not just the ones that are holding the drink, but also these little holes up here. Make sure you cut those too.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So we also have another story that we're gonna read to you. This is called The Mess That We Made.
'Cause
And
we made a mess.
yeah, we did make a mess. So now we wanna fix that mess, right?
Yeah.
We wanna be able to do something about that. We wanna save Freddie, okay? So, this is the mess that we made. This is the mess that we made. Y'all see all that mess?
Yeah.
That's just a hot mess. That's what that is. These are the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the seal that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the net that catches the seal that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the boat of welded steel that dumps the net that catches the seal that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the current that swirls through the bay, the current what you were talking about earlier, that rocks the boat of welded steel that dumps the net that catches the seal that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the turtle. This is the turtle that's green and gray that rides the current through the bay, that rocks the boat of welded steel, that dumps the net that catches the seal, that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the plastic. See that bag? That's what we were just talking about? That plastic bag? This is the plastic that's thrown away that traps the turtle, green and gray, that rides the current through the bay, that rocks the boat of welded steel, that dumps the net that catches the seal, that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. This is the landfill. Y'all know the landfill? That's stinky. That's where we work. Okay? It was really stinky this morning. Phew. This is the landfill growing each day that spills the plastic that's thrown away, what we were just talking about. That traps the turtle, green and gray, that rides the current through the bay, that rocks the boat of welded steel, that dumps the net that catches the seal, that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. We are the people at work and at play. We're at work, y'all are at play. That stuff the landfill that's growing each day, that spills the plastic that's thrown away, that traps the turtle, green and gray, that rides the current through the bay, that rocks the boat of welded steel, that dumps the net that catches the seal, that eats the fish that swim in the mess that we made. Look at that mess that we made. But we are the ones who can save the day. We can reduce our waste at work and at play. We can recycle that plastic that was thrown away and have a beach cleanup day. To shrink the landfill without delay. We rescue the turtle that's green and gray, and we haul the garbage from the bay. We protest the boat of welded steel. We collect the nets and free the seal that eats the fish that swim in the ocean that we saved.
Yay! We saved it. Freddy's all clean again. He's a happy guy. He came back to life.
So, do y'all remember our names? She's a sea saver, and I'm the water warrior. Okay? So, we're gonna make a deal with you. Okay? Did y'all like these earth balls? Okay, these would be really fun to play with, right? So on this earth ball, it says, well, not this one, but it's gonna say protecting tomorrow's environment today. Okay? So we'll give you one, but you have to come up with your own superhero name. Okay? But you can't just have a superhero name and not save anything, right? Because all superheroes save something. Okay, so you have to help us save the earth and the ocean and the pollution and all that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to come up with your superhero name. And if you want to tell us, you can. That'd be great.
I think you should come up here and tell us, and we'll give you the ball. How about that?
Ooh, do y'all want to do that?
No. Okay.
Okay, but whenever you play with it, I wanted to remind you of how much water and how much ocean there actually is on our earth, okay? Because whenever the pollution gets all in our ocean, what do you think happens to the water?
It kind of forms like that.
It happens to that, but with our planet though, remember there's air pollution and there's water pollution and all that. Do y'all hear that? There it goes. There goes our earth, right? So would y'all want to live on an earth like that?
No.
We want a big, round, healthy earth, right? Look at that. That's just pitiful. Okay? So come up with your own superhero name. We're going to keep our earth nice and healthy and blown up. And we're going to protect it, right?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yay!
Mission accomplished.
Thank you for helping us protect tomorrow's environment today.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So this plastic banana. So can y'all tell if this is a real banana or a fake banana?
A fake banana. A real fake banana.
Who said real?
Fake.
Who said real?
So some might think it's real, some might think it's fake.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start peeling it. I'm just kidding, I can't. Because it is fake, but it looks just like a real banana, right?
Yeah. Peel it.
So if that bag got into the ocean, do you think that that turtle can know that that's a bag?
No.
Or if it's a jellyfish?
No.
You can't tell.
He's gonna eat it.
It looks, yeah, it looks just like a jellyfish. So they don't have the ability to know.
That's not gonna happen here today.
No. No, it is not. So that's why we have to make sure we help our animals. So, but we're gonna do that, right? We're gonna do that, right? I feel like we need to do it again. We're gonna do that, right?